Hey Shellmates, welcome to another edition of Inside the Shell by Rapid Snail Racing, where speed is optional and fitness is mandatory.
All right, Shellmates, welcome back to Inside the Shell with Coach Rachel, aka Try Cupcake, and today's coaching moment is heat pacing rules. And the key takeaway is simple. In heat, your goal is not chasing your normal pace. Your goal is managing effort and cooling so you can keep moving late. First, what is this skill? Heat pacing is the skill of adjusting intensity before your body forces you to, because heat turns a normal workout into a slow cooker. Your heart rate climbs at the same pace, breathing feels heavier, and your body starts spending extra energy just trying not to overheat. So the job is to pace by effort and heart rate, and to use hydration and cooling early enough that you do not hit the point of no return. Why does it matter? Because heat is sneaky. You can feel fine early, then suddenly you are 10 minutes later thinking, why does my easy pace feel like a threshold test? Heat raises heart rate and perceived effort at the same output. Add dehydration and sodium loss, and performance drops fast. The good news is, cooling strategies can save you time for free, because staying cooler lets you hold effort longer. When this skill is working, a few things show up. You pace by effort and heart rate, not by your cool weather ego pace. You start hydration early, and you include sodium, and you actively cool yourself. Water on the head, ice if available, shade whenever possible, and lighter kit that lets heat escape. That usually means less suffering drama early and more steady moving late. When it is not working, the red flags are obvious. Trying to match cool day pace in hot conditions, waiting until you feel thirsty to start drinking, stopping mid-session to fix a preventable heat problem, and late-stage issues like cramps, dizziness, chills, or feeling mentally foggy. If you get dizzy, confused, or you stop sweating, that is not a toughness moment. That is a stop and get help moment. So what should you do? First, slow early to finish strong. In heat, the first 20 to 30 minutes should feel almost boring. If you go out hot, you will pay interest later. Second, drink to a plan, not thirst alone. Thirst is helpful, but it often shows up after you are already behind. A practical starting point is planned sips every 10 to 15 minutes, and for longer sessions, include sodium so you are not just diluting yourself with water. Third, cooling is a performance skill. Use shade, pour water on your head and neck, grab ice when available, and tuck it in your hat or kit, and choose lighter clothing. If you are doing loops, stash a bottle in the shade. If you are racing, know where aid stations are, and use them on purpose. Now let's add a few practical pacing rules you can actually use. If you train with heart rate, expect HR to be higher in heat. So instead of forcing pace, cap the effort. On an easy day, keep it conversational and accept that pace will be slower. On a steady day, hold the effort you can sustain without HR drifting into the danger zone. If HR keeps climbing while pace stays the same, that is your body telling you it is overheating or dehydrating. So back off and cool down. If you train with power on the bike, power is still useful, but your body is under more strain. You may need to ride a slightly lower target than usual, especially early, and prioritize staying smooth. A steady bike that you can run off beats a heroic bike that turns the run into a shuffle festival. If you are doing Spartan or OCR, heat pacing is even more important because obstacles add spikes in effort. The rule stays the same. Keep the early running controlled, walk the hills if needed, and use every water station as an opportunity to cool and reset. This week's practice is simple. If your next session is warm, pre-cool before you start. Stand in shade, sip a cold drink, and start the session already calm. Then practice planned sips every 10 to 15 minutes. If you have access to water, practice cooling too. Water on head, quick reset, then back to steady. Rapid snail takeaway. Heat does not reward bravery. It rewards patience and planning. Pace by effort, hydrate early with sodium, and use cooling like it is free speed, because it is. And remember, speed optional, fitness mandatory.